The Crystal of the Forgotten Sea. Long ago, when oceans whispered secrets and mountains still walked across the earth, there was a kingdom called Lunaris. It was a land of endless twilight, where the moon never set. In the heart of Lunaris, inside a ruined lighthouse by the shore, there was a legend of a crystal hidden deep beneath the waves. It was said that whoever found it could command the tides, bend storms, and speak with the stars. But no one had ever returned from the sea that guarded it. The call to adventure. One stormy night, a young girl named Orin stood on the cliffs. She was no warrior, only a fisher's daughter, clever with knots and fearless with the sea. Her village was dying. The tides had stopped bringing fish, and the crops withered in salt winds. The elders said, "The crystal has been lost for centuries. Without it, the sea will never bless us again." Orin clenched her fists. "Then I will bring it back." And so, with nothing but her boat, a lantern, and her father's weathered dagger, she set sail into the forgotten sea. The journey. The sea was not ordinary. Waves rose into walls of glass, showing visions of forgotten kingdoms. Singing currents whispered promises of treasure, but tried to drag her under. At night, stars moved strangely, forming paths across the waters. On the third night, Orin found allies. A giant manta ray with wings like starlight that carried her past whirlpools. A boy of mist, who said he was once a sailor, now cursed to wander until the crystal was found. Together, they braved shipwreck fields, storms of black fire, and shadows that fed on fear. The trial. Finally, they reached the heart of the sea, a whirlpool so vast it seemed to swallow the moon. At its center, glowing deep below, lay the crystal of the forgotten sea. Orin dove in. The water burned like ice. Dark shapes circled, guardians of the crystal. They had the forms of serpents, but their scales were made of mirrors, reflecting her every fear. Her village starving. Herself drowning alone. The sea swallowing her forever. But Orin remembered her mother's words. "Courage is not the absence of fear, child. It is the song you sing in spite of it." With trembling hands, she raised her lantern. Its light cut through the darkness, steady and warm. The serpents hissed, but one by one, their mirrored bodies cracked and dissolved into foam. She grasped the crystal. It pulsed like a living heart. The return. When Orin surfaced, the whirlpool stilled. The sea grew calm. The boy of mist smiled, his form fading with the curse broken. "The sea remembers you now." Orin sailed home. As dawn touched the horizon for the first time in centuries, fish leapt in silver arcs across the waters. The tides returned, crops flourished, and the people of Lunaris knelt before her. But Orin only placed the crystal back into the ruined lighthouse and whispered, "The sea does not belong to me. It belongs to everyone who dares to dream." And from then on, every sailor who ventured into the waves said they could see a lantern glowing faintly on the horizon, guiding them safely home.